Fuel prices have hit sky high following a recent increase in taxes. Now, the country's Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority announced changes in its pump prices as it began implementing 16% value-added tax, according to a new finance bill. Now, the move is now causing concerns for many in the economy, as CGTN's Najma Abdirazak now reports.
A 12-year peak in fuel prices welcomed Kenyans as they entered the new month this week. Under the new price regime, a litre of petrol in the capital, retailing at around $1.29 before July 1st, is now selling at $1.39. A litre of diesel, on the other hand, has increased from $1.19 to $1.28. Meanwhile, an equivalent amount of kerosene is retailing at $1.23 from the previous price of $1.15. The surge in fuel costs is a result of changes included in controversial finance bill signed into law last week by President William Ruto. The bill's adoption came after weeks of strong opposition and days of intense debates by lawmakers in Parliament. Motorists in the capital say the new pump prices is an added burden, with high prices of basic commodities already squeezing their pockets.
So,
I have lost customers and business has been hit. I don't make what I used to earn before, and customers are asking me why we are charging them more.
We call on the government to reduce the cost of fuel. They can bring back subsidies to take the cost where it was before. They can then get that revenue from things like clothes, because those are one-time purchases.
The changes in fuel prices was expected not to come into force over the weekend after a High Court order suspended the implementation of the 16% value-added tax on petroleum products, part of the finance bill. But in a defiance move, Kenya's Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority went ahead with increasing fuel prices. The move by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority has angered some lawmakers who say the decision is contempt of court. They have now come out and given the regulator an ultimatum to revert fuel prices to the initial June 14th review or face them in court. Aside from the impact on motorists, the new prices are said to have ripple effects on the economy as well.
Definitely will have a ripple effect in various sectors of the economy. I think about food, which relies on some of those inputs. There's fuel component that has to be baked into food production. Manufacturing also will be affected.
Anxiety is mostly on how the price surge could worsen inflationary pressures and likely compel the central bank to tighten monetary policy.
Last week's emergency policy meeting, and to me that one was like anticipating. So the policy response, 100 basis points, 1 percentage point increase in the policy rate. It was in a way trying to preempt the Finance Act implications, because there's been a raft of poll tracks policy measures which have been contained in the Finance Act, which might have some inflationary measures. So I think for the month of July, they might sit out and see the impact of that 100 basis points increase that they did last week. And then potentially come September, at least now they'll have the data for July, they'll have the data for August, and then they can now be able to assess whether there'll be a need of reducing or increasing the rates.
There was temporary relief for Kenyans in the month of June, with inflation easing to 7.9%. The relief, however, is expected to be short-lived as revenue collection measures contained in the Finance Act take effect in the new fiscal year. Najma Abdirazak, CGTN, Nairobi.